tomorrow that is worth fighting for, and I am so pleased that so many people are here standing up for the future of working people. By withdrawing your labour, and also as our students, we're here today with you in solidarity. Not only is this the biggest and most important strike in living memory, it's also the most popular. 61% of the public support the strike, and that is amazing. What makes that amazing is considering the main parties and the media have created a monolithic block of opposition and condemnation, they still haven't been able to put us down. That figure rises to an astonishing 80% for under 24s. And the reason for this, young people know this government and its lies, its false negotiations and its unilateral approach. We were not consulted about student fees. Instead, we were kettled, beaten, criminalised, imprisoned and fined. So too have we seen young people thrown on the scrap heap, a million young people unemployed. It is rich of the Tory government to claim that this strike is irresponsible as they wipe their hands clean of any responsibility for a lost generation. There is no market for us, and yet we are told that if the public sector is to blame and that we need to depend on the market as the solution. There are 2.6 million people unemployed in this country, so let us remember today that there's the same amount of unemployed people as there are on strike today. Yet there was no media hysteria about how destructive unemployment was. No, it was just another day for a lost generation of jobless people that the Tories do not care about. And we know their arguments so well. They say that there is no money, they say that there is no choice, and they say that there is no alternative. But from the day the government bailed out the failing British banks, it became impossible for that argument to stand up. There's always enough money for the banks and always enough money for those who beg to fail, and there was never enough for the rest of us. In the same way there was money to bomb Libya and back to Saudi invasion of Bahrain, there's enough money for nuclear weapons and tax cuts for corporations, but no money for teachers and civil servants. It's also amazing that in David Cameron's Right Society, there's enough money to run Helmand Province from halfway across the world, but it's not big enough to run libraries in Liverpool. We have had solidarity messages from all over the world, and to the students who are pepper sprayed in UC Davis, and to the students who are shot at in Egypt, this is one fight that we must fight together as part of the international struggle. Last year it was young people and students who electrified the protests. That was just the beginning, and we're back here today. And today is another massive day, but it's just one day against the wider fight. They tried to divide us on sector, but here we are united. What we are doing is a game changer, and kids will be learning about this day in future history lessons as part of the year of revolution. And so we must say no to the austerity measures and to every single cut to working people, if it's from a Tory, Lib Dem or Labour government. David Cameron called today's strike the height of irresponsibility. But David Cameron, here's a lesson you will not need to pay 50 grand for. Irresponsible is cutting public spending, privatising education and dismantling the NHS. Irresponsible is cutting disabled people's benefits and smashing youth services. And irresponsible is announcing the day before the strike that you're going to be slashing a further 400,000 jobs. We are here today because we are for a society that enjoys decent conditions in work and in retirement. It is a tiny minority that caused this economic crisis, and we are imposing these drastic reductions in the standard of living for all of us. The plight of the students and the public sector workers reflect the priority of this government. We are expected to live in a society that supports bankers and non-workers. While you are fighting for your present, we the students are fighting for our future. Ultimately, the biggest crime of all is the generation of people who are going to start charged up to 50 grand for an education, while at the same time being told the economy has no work for them, and the generation of public servants who have been told they are not valued despite years and years of unquestionable loyalty and service. We know that a victory on our side of these issues would weaken the government and open up the potential for an alternative. But a defeat on this issue would see an emboldened government come back for more, and the Labour leadership have a lot to answer for in not supporting us today. We today are showing that students and young people support the unions, and we call on union leaders to resist the enormous pressures that they face and hold out for our future. And we also call upon the unions to organise their young people in the workplaces to strengthen our movement, because we will strike again. This is a fight for us all, a fight for the welfare state, for decent pensions and for trade unionism, and it's a fight we can win. This is a weak government, and together we can stop them. Thank you.
Everybody.